Halifax Harbour Grudges.
We've just entered into WFTDA,
So Women's Flat Track Derby Association.
Which puts us on an international scale.
People who are playing at this level are playing to win.
I hit my head in that game. I don't know if you know.
On the track, I got clocked in the face.
But there's a lot of like feelings. But like right here where I am now, I'm just like, I want to just like derby all the time. Like that's what I want to do.
But even just like talking about it now, I'm like, fuck, I love this sport.
Leo Seltzer started transcontinental roller derby in the 1930s as an exciting athletic contest played on roller skates and a banked track. But when his son Jerry took over in the 1960s, the sport changed dramatically. Jerry shifted the focus from athleticism to spectacle by using exploitative stunts and sexist tropes.
They sure take their roller derby seriously. Oh well, girls will be girls.
In the early 2000s, a new grassroots approach to roller derby was born in Austin, Texas. Every area had its own league, owned and operated by the skaters themselves. This time, it was centered around flat track roller derby. Flat track was cheaper and easier to set up, making the sport more accessible for everyone.
It doesn't matter about like the body or the ability or the athleticism. Any person can really get into it. We have, non-skating officials, we have refs, we have people who just want to create events, we have people who just want to party, we have something for everybody.
The roller derby community is really one of the most incredible spaces I've ever been a part of. It's just the combination of community, inclusivity, accessibility, queerness that you don't find in other spaces.
I think that's the best part, is that anyone can see themselves here.
Like, derby can't make you gay, right? But like, it certainly gives you an opportunity to see this other space where many queer people are existing and thriving, and it's awesome. Halifax has put a lot of work into being a very supportive and inclusive community.
Not just as a queer community, but the league itself, being really intentional about language and spaces and making it really welcoming and accepted.
We don't assume people are hetero. We don't assume people are cis. If somebody comes into a space, we use neutral language until they direct us around the language of which they would prefer us to use. I really believe in deconstructing these dominant societal narratives around masculinity, femininity, sexuality, gender. That is important to me, and that is a part of roller derby in Halifax.
My name is Lindsay Anderson. Bloxy. I said my own name, bad.
I've been in this league, or part of this league, since it was formed back in 2010. We started as sort of just a collective of people that were skating at the Commons. There was a basketball court there. And it was weird, and it was a weird gathering of people, and we were being organized by people who had a little bit of roller derby experience, but not sort of running a league. So it was fairly disorganized. But I think it was probably 3 or 4 years after that that we formed Anchor City Rollers.
The Anchor City Rollers, or in particular the Harbour Grudges, have not been part of WIFTA up until this point, WIFTA being the international regulation group for roller derby.
At the beginning of this year, we found out we were able to play a strength factor game, which would allow us to get into the WFTDA.
So we're going to play against a really strong team, and we're going to get seeded. So how well we do against them will determine what other teams out there will be interested in playing against us.
And then we were able to talk to the people in Quebec, and they were like, you really should play us, it'll give you a good spot, then we can do some tournaments together.
I think our team specifically is in a place right now where, because a lot of our veteran skaters have moved on for whatever reason, we're in a giant rebuild this year.
I'm saddened that some people have had to leave this league who I've known for a very long time, and I feel have left feeling like things went wrong for them and that the league wasn't a place for them, and I've seen that over the years many times.
I'm pretty new to the league too, so like last year was kind of like my first year with the league, but I've seen a little bit of people come and go, and some people that were like integral, like core people starting the league and being there the whole time are not here anymore, so that's kind of a big adjustment.
The board was totally overhauled after our president for a long time left. So that impacted a lot of relationships, but also impacted a lot of the functionality of the league. So I was involved in trying to like bring that back together as vice president, which is an interesting role to take right away because I was not on the board before.
I became president, which was interesting for me. That's the first time I've been like in charge of a group of people. So that was a big thing for me because that came a little more forced than I wanted it to be. But there was a lot of feelings kind of that came along with that. So.
For several years, we had Narden and Lindsay as captains, and being captains of the Grudges is a huge amount of work. And they both had expressed that they were not interested in taking that on again for the coming year.
I do think it's incredibly important that I take myself out of all of the roles and create more space, because no one's going to move up if we don't do that. Like Lindsay and I were captains every year, and then when we finally said and decided that we weren't going to be in that role anymore, everyone's like, well, I can't do that, I won't do that, and we were like, somebody will.
Whenever we have any type of turnover in our board or team leadership or anything like that, and there's that panic of who's going to step into these roles, I am not panicked at all. I'm like, somebody will. Sometimes you need the leaders to step back in order for someone else to come fill the spot.
So the idea that we were going to go and become WIFTA and also have new leadership and have our teams look totally different than they ever had before was like an exciting and fresh change that definitely started January.
I think the addition of some skaters from other leagues that come in have been incredible for us.
We had new faces coming in, like Katrin and Ren, who came with a lot of great skills.
We have come to an official production decision that showing us your butt does not warrant killing anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That kind of bums me out. My name is Narden. My roller derby name is changing to Hank Scorpio. I love that so much. My pronouns are they, them. I have been skating for 8 years, but didn't ever dream of being on a team that would be part of WFTDA. My life has changed in the most horrific ways over the last year and a half. And it's been really hard to adjust, and I find myself having less and less capacity for even the basic things in life, let alone derby. Because I'm having a hard time in life and figuring out where I'm going, who I am, what I need, and all of that stuff. Because when you're having a hard time and you isolate yourself from everything and everyone, and you're like, the answer is to remove yourself and to disappear. That's where I'm at right now. Derby's my safe space, and it will be. And these are the people who I like to go on the bubble with, and they understand me and accept me in ways that no other group of people out there in the world do. And I don't want to give that up. So working towards getting over myself and getting my shit together so that it can be the thing that it once was for me. Because all these exciting opportunities are here right now, and I want to be part of it, and I need to figure out how to be part of it.
I'm Heidi J. Luce, and I go by she, her, and my derby name is Raging Radish. So everyone calls me Radish. I'm a filmmaker and a videographer from the Yukon. So my ex-wife and I just got married in June 2017, and we wanted to move to the East Coast and maybe buy a house. We'd never been here, but we wanted to live by the ocean. My plan was we're gonna move here, and if we like it, we'll stay and have family together here. So in the summer of 2018, my wife decided she wanted to leave and move back to Vancouver and split up. And that was a total mindfuck. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I'd been with her since I was 19. I got to a point where I was like, I don't know who I am. Like, I don't feel like, what's the point? Like, I literally was like, I don't, like, everything that I thought was gonna be my life and everything that I wanted was gone. But I think that, like, what got me through it was, like, my dogs. I'm so happy that I have them, and then my derby community. Yeah, everyone came and, like, helped me when I really needed it.
My name is Katrin Dahl. My derby name is Big Papa, and my pronouns are she, her, or they, them.
I'm Ren. My derby name is Tank, and I use they, them pronouns.
When my partner and I, who also plays on the team, were kind of like sussing out new places to come, the fact that Halifax was like apprenticing to do WFTDA was kind of like a big reason for us to come out, to know that we could sort of keep playing at that level.
Part of the reason why we were really excited to come here is because we got this vibe of it being a really progressive, open, queer city. And then the little bit that we had experienced of Halifax roller derby, we also got those same like queer vibes.
Like my league in Ottawa, like there were queer folks in it, but not like Halifax. Like Halifax is a little bit of an anomaly, I would say. Like I think there's a lot of queer people in roller derby, but like Halifax is like just like a ton.
It felt like a really good fit to come here for that reason.
Tank's jamming is like unreal. Like
their ability is definitely like frighteningly high, and I really, really value that they like being on a team with us, because I'm sure that they could definitely be on a higher ranked team, but they seem to enjoy living here with us at our level and bringing us up to them, which I think is really nice.
Yeah, I remember Tina telling me once, you need to watch this jammer. Like, you're a smallish person. Wait till you see the way they move. And like, it'll be such a learning experience. And I remember being like, cool, I'll watch them jam. They showed up, I watched them jam, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Tina, you want me to do what?
Everybody has been really caring and supportive of us joining the league.
I think Katrin and Ren have had a huge impact on the league in a really positive direction.
They've been asking a lot of questions while they try to, you know, get used to our league and our team, and I think those questions have been very important to ask.
It brings new perspectives and just shows like how it helps the league and it helps it grow rather than just like stay in this bubble with this one mindset.
Because there was such a turnover in the league before like Ren and I arrived, there was this idea of like, oh, thank God you're here. We need jammers, and now we're WFTDA. And you're like, whoa, right? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? I came from a league where like I was like the fourth jammer, right? Like I wasn't a superstar jammer. I, you know, was like working really, really hard to like have a spot in the jammer rotation like every year. Like Ren had just had surgery before Edmonton, and it was unclear whether or not they were gonna be able to play. And so that was a little bit of a stressful thing, because in some ways I had sort of felt like people were like, okay, well, like, you're gonna have to like be really good at jamming, and like I was like, oh fuck, like I'm not a Ren, you know what I mean? Or I'm not like a big flashy jammer that does big jumps and like is gonna get like 1,000,000 points.
Definitely nerve-wracking to be in an arena we don't know, a team I don't know. I've never played these people before.
They're incredibly fast and strong.
To like put it like weirdly in the middle of January when we're not used to playing, I just feel like everything is slightly out of sorts.
Bacon.
There's bacon on the stove that I didn't have time to cook, so I just put a lid on it. It's gonna be there for when I get home. Oh my God. Do you want to put it in the fridge? No, but I did turn off the stove. That's good. All the time.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, please. Okay, can I go check?
Yes. Please check for the love of God. For the rest of our family. Careful.
I have hot cooked bacon in my hand that I'm gonna eat too. It's fine.
Sorry. It's just too funny. And it's dangerous. They're driving slow. Oh, God.
Let me know if they're doing another pass.
I think they're behind us now. Their butts are back in their pants.
Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. It's too hard to jump in jail. Too little dig, I might have touched hell. That's loud.
Don't put that in.
Everybody, this is the time that we will test our wheels because we will not have time after the warm-up to change the wheels.
I've heard the floor is a bit of an issue in the space we're going to. The way it was described to us was like it's both sticky and slippery, which is, I don't understand how that's a thing. So everyone's been a little panicked about the floor.
It's gonna be hard to push though.
So it's going to be awkward. We're used to very sticky floors, cement floors. So this is going to be an experience, but whatever. We're going to have fun regardless. I think that's the key with our team is we have fun regardless of what's going on, and hopefully that shows for people today and they see that we're really excited about the sport.
Hey Ren, do you know that when we have a power jam, as you're approaching the pack, you tell us which way you're gonna bait to?
Which way I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Not to bait. Yeah.
Yes. Which way you're going to bait.
Yeah. If you go like this, you're gonna go there. Yeah. And then you're gonna go a different way. Yeah.
Going into top surgery, I was like the healthiest, maybe the healthiest I've ever been. Like, I was really adamant about wanting to do whatever I could to make my recovery as quick and as painless as possible. And it paid off because I didn't actually put any expectations on the Edmundston game, like at all. And I think if I had been like, that is my goal, I'm gonna return, I think it maybe would have turned out really differently.
We have a few folks that are gonna be coming along that haven't played, first of all, on the A team or like at a WFTDA level.
Can't give up because that point differential is so important.
And our whole league can do is frickin' step up when it's time to step up.
I'm not really sure how people are going to fare.
We are here tonight to play against a team who is part of WIFTA in order to fulfill requirements that will allow us to become part of that group. You don't think about kind of amateur sports being able to be ranked internationally where roller derby can, and that's pretty exciting for us.
And now the home team, Halifax Harbour Grudges, number 0, box blocker.
Before the whistle blows, the 4 blockers for each team take the line. Facing off against them are the jammers. Every bout is divided into jams. Each jam is no longer than 2 minutes. The first jammer to break through the pack is lead jammer. After their initial pass, jammers get a point for each blocker on the opposing team that they pass on every lap of the track. At any point, the lead jammer can call off the jam, ending it early. Roller derby has so many rules. If you break one, you get sent to the penalty box. When a jammer gets a penalty, it's a power jam.
Yeah, here comes Tank, power jam. But the top of the order for Halifax, 4 big points for Tank.
One of our goals going into the game was to just kind of let each jam be its own thing and restart it each time, and I think we did a good job at that.
It felt really good. It felt like we were starting to really gel.
It's going okay. I don't look at the score while we're playing, and I came off and looked at it and thought the point differential would be much bigger. So I feel like it's going okay, but they're definitely, they're really fast. They're reforming really quickly, so it feels like I'm having to work a lot harder to get the score that we've had.
We had a great game. The differential was not large.
It went super well. It was really, really wonderful.
So we were standing on the line afterwards. Everybody's going around doing the congratulations. Quebec had won that game. And then Bounty kind of looks over towards Tina and I and goes, and we're just like, oh, thank goodness. Okay, we're ready. It's good.
The news is that we do get into our Quebec City tournament. This opens up a lot of doors for us, so I think that this is excellent.
So are we showering?
Yeah.
Shower and then going to the bar, I think.
Yes.
I felt encouraged for sure because I didn't really know where we were going to land, and I think we did really well.
It gave us a ranking. So now that we have a ranking, we can fully compete and fully participate.
It being like a weird winter game in this weird gym with this weird spongy floor that's like not meant to be skated on at a weird time. I think that we honored it in the way that it was like kind of weird, not the most like beautiful put together package, and I think that really does right by us, and that's kind of what we are. We try so hard, but we are not a beautiful, well put together package a lot of the time.
We have some newer players coming with us, which is a little bit nerve-wracking when you're going into a tournament, the first tournament, really.
That's a lot in a short period of time.
We're in a giant rebuild this year.
You could definitely sense like the blockers talking amongst themselves.
There was some grumblings of like some people didn't want to, but like it was like for the team.